Guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. So in this video we're going to be looking at my brand new gaming setup tour that I've been building and putting together over the past couple of months. Now I did just do my setup tour for 2024 about 2 months ago, just at the beginning of the year, but it's changed massively. And firstly, that's because I ordered a new desk for my main setup, that is, my video editing setup. Now this is a massive improvement from the desks that I had before, which I am still using for this setup that I'm showing you today, but obviously it's a much bigger desk, much more higher quality. I got the Alex drawers from IKEA underneath it and a custom worktop on top. Overall, really nice setup and I'm liking that a lot. Now I thought it'd been a bit of a waste to throw away my other desk, and even though the desk itself is a little bit worse for wear, it's definitely showing its age, but to be honest it's totally functional and still much more high quality than just buying a cheap desk brand new now anyway. So I thought it'd be a good idea to put that desk to some good use, and seeing as I also got a really good deal on a PC, I thought why not, let's build a whole second setup because that's completely necessary. So essentially this setup here is basically entirely for gaming. Now I did get two of some of the cheapest gaming monitors on Amazon. They were £110 each. It's the Korooi 25E3A, if I remember the name correctly. I will leave a link down below if you can still purchase them now. I think you can. I don't think they're as cheap now. I think they're about £130. Either way, it's still really good value. So if you're looking for a good gaming monitor, it's 1080p, 24 inches, 170Hz through DisplayPort, and got 1 millisecond response time. And to be fair, even though it is a VA panel, still looks really good and has minimal ghosting as well. However, there is an IPS model which is £135 I think, and I would absolutely recommend going for that one instead because I've heard much better reviews about that one. Better screen quality and better ghosting as well. If you are looking for a gaming monitor that is on the lower end of pricing, don't be afraid to go for one of the cheaper brands from Amazon. For example, Korooi. I heard Pixio is a really good brand as well, but at the time when I was purchasing these monitors, the Korooi had the best deal, so I picked that one up. So for the foundations of this setup, we've got a 120 by 60 IKEA desk. Now it's not one of the cheap ones, I actually don't know the name for it. I got it given from my mum and she stopped using it, so she gave it to me, and then I've obviously replaced this with a newer desk for my main setup, and now this is my second setup. So honestly I don't know what type of IKEA desk it is, I just know it's from IKEA, so I can't leave a link for it down below. But generally IKEA desks are really good anyway. I would truly recommend getting the Alex drawers though, and a custom worktop. If you've got the money, you're looking about 150 quid for the worktop and then about 150 quid for a pair of Alex drawers, but honestly the amount of storage you get and how high quality the desktop is itself, genuinely one of the best options you can go for now. But overall, if you are wanting a good desk, a high quality one, and you're not too bothered about all the standing desks and those kind of stuff, getting yourself a traditional IKEA desk with some Alex drawers, you can't go wrong. And over the next few months, I do plan on buying another worktop, the same one, just in 120 by 60, and I'll replace this worktop, which is obviously not doing too well anymore. But that's something a little bit later down the line. Anyway, let's talk about the PC that I've got on the desk. Now I recently sold my PS5 and my Portal as well, and the reason for that is because I got a ridiculously good deal on a PC. Now before I tell you the specs, essentially what it was is I paid £570 for an XDisplay PC Specialist pre-built PC. Now pre-built generally very expensive, however because it was a clearance XDisplay model it was £570. Now inside that PC is an i7-12700F, 16GB of RAM, 1TB of storage, that's with an M.2 SSD drive by the way, and an RTX 3070. I mean, you cannot complain with that price whatsoever, it's absolutely ridiculous. I took the opportunity, I've got a PC, and as you can see it's not a PC Specialist case anymore. I did actually replace the PC case with the NZXT H5 Flow. Honestly, my favourite looking PC case. It just matches the setup, it matches the aesthetic, overall just a really nice PC case and I'm happy with the change. Now over the next year or so I probably will slowly upgrade the insides of it, maybe for example getting some new RAM with some white RGB sticks just to match that aesthetic even more, and get a new CPU cooler because at the moment it is just the PC Specialist CPU cooler, which is really nice. It is a good water cooler, however it's not white, therefore it doesn't really match the setup. As you can see, bit of a theme, white and blue all over. Now if you do look inside the PC, you're probably thinking that it looks like a very small RTX 3070, and that's because it's not. I did buy the PC with an RTX 3070 for £560, but I did sell that graphics card for around £350. And the reason for that is I don't really need that kind of performance. I'm basically running games at 120 FPS at 1080p. And the 3070 is more than overkill for that kind of stuff. Therefore, I sold that for £350 and instead of that I got a 1660 Super, and it's absolutely more than adequate for what I need this setup for. And if I ever want to play some games that are a bit more demanding, want to bump those graphics up, I'll just run it on GeForce Now. And because the input lag's so low on GeForce Now, I don't mind playing games on GeForce Now to get those high quality visuals streaming from an RTX 4080 for example. Moving on to the peripherals I've got on the desk. So in terms of what mouse and keyboard I'm using the G502X Plus from Logitech in white. I did get a refurbished model of it and I did only pay about £75 for it. Honestly, really nice mouse, but to be honest with you, I'm planning on downgrading to the G305 Lightspeed wireless gaming mouse from Logitech. Now I bought the black one for my Mac setup because I really like how that one feels, and I think I'm going to get the white version of it for this gaming setup because I just really like the small form factor of it. I thought I would prefer a bigger gaming mouse, that's why I bought the G502. However, I realised, you know what, I do actually like the smaller form factor with something like the G305. And personally, I'm not a fan of how the G Pro and the G Pro Superlight feel as well. So the G305 for me is perfect. So I think I'm going to buy one of those next. Now next to the mouse, we've got the G915 TKL from Logitech. Now, I'm not a big keyboard guy. I just want something that feels nice, types pretty decently, and overall just looks nice in the setup. And when I saw the G915 TKL, I absolutely love the aesthetic of it, and I'm also considering as well getting the black version of this for my Mac setup because it would be really nice having two of the same keyboards for my different setups. It's not really a necessity for now, so I'll probably save up a little bit, get that a little bit later down the line. But for now I've got the MX Craft keyboard for my Mac setup, and then I've got the G915 TKL for my gaming setup. Honestly, one of the nicest keyboards I've ever tried. Although one thing, it does rattle a little bit if you shake it around, so it's a little bit, like, all the keys are a little bit wobbly, but it's a nice typing experience. Now if you're wondering what mouse mat this is just a mouse mat my friend from Microsoft gave me. He also gave me two coasters as well, a Word and Excel coaster, pretty cool. Honestly, it's a weird mouse mat to have, you wouldn't expect that in a gaming setup. Honestly, I really like the mouse pad to game on as well, so that's why I've just kept it there. And then as well as that, I do have just your standard Xbox Series S controller, just in white. Matches the setup, nothing too special. I haven't got the Elite controller or anything like that. For what I need to play, I just get the normal controller and it's absolutely fine. Now moving on to the right, I do have the Elgato Stream Deck, and that's in white as well. Now I haven't used that anywhere near as much as I thought I would, so I'm probably going to sell that on very soon. However, it is a nice thing to have in the setup, whether it's just having it for a shortcut to move to a website or changing scenes in OBS, but I just haven't used it the way I thought I would, therefore I'm probably going to sell that on some point soon. But it is nice in this, it does look nice in the setup. Now at the back of the desk, if you're wondering what this soundbar is, it's a £14 soundbar from Amazon. It looks very good, it sounds mediocre. Now the reason I got this is because one, I don't have enough space for some big speakers, and nor I really need it, because if I'm going to be playing games, I can use my SteelSeries headset to game and that's going to have the best sound quality. But this is, for example, like if I'm just playing a game of FIFA and I just want to actually hear the commentators or hear some sound. Because these monitors don't have built-in speakers, this is what I've just bought. It looks really nice, and for 14 quid you can't complain. Now moving back onto the monitors themselves, like I said, 1080p, 170Hz monitors for £110 each. Honestly, really good price. And I will leave an affiliate link down below to everything in this video. If you'd like to pick anything up in this video, I will leave an affiliate link down below. I will earn a little bit of commission, but if you do want to support the channel out and buy something that I actually own, check the links out down below, it'll be much appreciated. But holding these monitors up, we do have one of the basic Amazon desk mounts, and this is the dual monitor one in white. Honestly, I've used so many of these arms, I've used triple monitor arms before from the same company, and I'm gonna get a single monitor arm as well, so I can test out different monitors soon. If you're looking for a good monitor arm, you don't need to spend tons of money. These can hold tons of weight. As long as you haven't got one of those cheap IKEA desks where it'll actually cave into the desk, these are really, really good. And obviously it blends into the setup. It has got some loops around the monitor arm itself as well for some cable management. As you can see, my cable management is not perfect. It is, from this angle, everything's like clear, you can't see any cables. However, if you do look from behind, it's a little bit more of a mess. But when you're sat at the desk, you can't really get any cleaner than this. But to say this entire setup, excluding the PC, cost me just under £500, you can't complain whatsoever. You've got the monitors and the arm for just under 250 quid. Then you've got the keyboard and mouse setup, which you don't need to spend this much. That cost me £150, and then you've got the controller, which is about £40 on sale, and then the soundbar as well, which you're looking about £14. And then you have got the Stream Deck, which is £100, but you don't need to buy that. But yeah, if you are looking for a really good quality starter setup, then this is perfect. But I'll be honest with you, my plans for the future, I think I am going to replace these two monitors some point soon. I think I'm going to get a single monitor arm and get one ultra-wide setup and then put the PC under the desk. But what I've realised is because I've got a 42-inch OLED TV, I don't get the benefit of having something different moving to this desk setup. I would rather sit here at my 42-inch OLED and play it and have that better picture quality, especially for those story titles. However, if I got an ultra-wide, it's completely different, it's more immersive, and honestly, I would really like to get something like that. So hopefully in the future you'll probably see a review from me on some ultra-wide monitors, testing some things out. But that's going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed it and you stayed to the end, do me a massive favour, drop a nice gaming setup in the comments down below so I know you stayed till the end. But on that note, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.